This conference will now be recorded.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thanks.
So, basic retail architecture we have already discussed. Okay, then we'll see once again. The, these are all the basic things we have seen. So, this is the retail architecture. Put something here. I was missing here. Okay, so let's have a revision. So we are using the basic retail architecture. Dynamics, in the current version or whatever it is, in the previous version or current version, the basic architecture is same. Okay, so this is the basic architecture tools. We'll maintain we'll have the client, server, and database. Client will be nothing but the AX application, the browser, the end user, whatever he is accessing that place, we are calling it as a client. And server, which will execute all the business logics. Database, that will store the data. Okay, so we have already seen about this. If you want any doubts, you can get clarified now. So currently I am into the VM visual machine, where I can show you the client now. So now it's ready. So this is the client. So how did I, how do I know that this is the URL link? I don't know why this is coming from. So, so this is the link, right? I am opening. I know that this is already I was opening earlier, so I kept it into the favorites. So how do we know? Like go to IIS manager. So we have already seen in IIS manager, we can see AOS service has been hosted as a website thing. Actually, this concept is they have built up in the form of XML files, and they are hosting that into the sites. The default structure. This is the default architecture. So our AOS service is available in the sites. In IIS manager, it is available in site. When you select your AOS service, you can see the link here. Okay, or if you right click on this, you can see the browser option. Manage website, you can see the browser. If you click this, it will open that link into the browser. Now it is opening that link here, a small window. Okay, this is the window currently which I clicked this now, it's opening in this window. So what I am trying to tell you, so the default the end user access link you can identify by going to the IIS manager in the development box. You got the development box. If you don't know that, how can I open the AX application, user application? You can go there and you can do that. Some car is giving noise outside. Just a minute. Yeah. So this is how we are opening the client. So as we have seen that you guys are there, right?
Yes, you are continuing. We have just muted ourselves.
I'm sorry.
We are hearing, but we are muted.
Okay, no problem. So this is iOS. I mean, as I was telling you, the second tier. So it will be always in running state. Okay, it is always running state. If you want, you can stop and restart also based on some scenarios. Okay, we will discuss about that later. So client, AOS, and database. Database we have seen already in this server itself. You can see the SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS. We open this database, we can see the AX database. So to make sure that that is the database we are using for this AX application. How can we make sure that? Go to AX applications, go to all the modules. The modules you can see System Administrator module. The System Administrator module we can see inquiries. The inquiries database you can see here. Let me pull out one. You go to System Administrator module, go to inquiries, database. Inside you can see database information. You go and see here database information. So you can make sure what is our database name and what is that login server and what is the log file name and everything you can see. You go to database also, there you can find like multiple databases. Okay, but AXDB is our database. So that is the database which we are linking with this application, and we can see the logon server also. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
I'm showing this window. It's an Internet Explorer window. So the next part is, this is all about 3-tier architecture. Any doubts till now?
No, sure.
Okay. See, I am just keeping all the course content, and I'll make sure that I'll do mark. I'll say like done. So if you have any doubts or anything, you can get clarified. So for our understanding, whatever the concepts we are finishing, I'll make sure it is done. Something is pending, I'll not put done. We'll come back to that concept and we'll discuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the second one is the role. These concepts, all these things, roles and environments, these are the I have prepared and I have made it ready to make you understand in more detail about the application. Roles are nothing but in generally in ERP or Dynamics AX or D365, we have the different roles. Roles means like technical consultant and functional consultant, like. Okay. You see roles and explanation here. The size is small. Okay. So roles. Functional consultant and technical consultant. I think so you guys know about this, but let me explain in simple way. Functional consultant, what is his role? What he will do? Technical consultant, when he comes to the picture and what he will start and what he will do. Okay. So functional consultant, he will be starting his work from the day one, like doing. He will be involving into the pre-sales also. Okay. So functional consultant will be starting from the pre-sales activities also. If some of the companies getting some new project, and if they want to do some pre-sales, the pre-sales if they want to explain some features and all. So they'll bring the functional consultant and they will ask you to explain some of the concepts related to features and all those things. Anyway, that is not considerable now. So when you talk about implementation started point of view, so first one is analysis phase. Okay, in the analysis phase, the functional consultant will go and will start the requirement gathering. That we call it as a business process analysis. He will go to the client and he will go and say, for example, this analysis also there will not only be one consultant. There is a finance functional consultant will take care. If there is another guy like trade and logistics or production or HR, for each area there will be one functional consultant will be there. Okay, so the consultant will go there and he will start the requirement gathering and he will understand the requirement. Okay. The second one is they will put all those requirements into a document called DRD, Enterprise Resource Document. So after putting that all the requirements, and they will do the gap fit analysis. Gap fit analysis is nothing but whatever the requirements they are getting from the client or customer, those requirements they will match with the application, the AX application. They will see, like, say for example, invoice, purchase order invoice. So it is available in AX. So three-way matching, it is available. So they are trying to do some more functionality which is not there in AX while they are doing the purchase order invoice. So that is not there in the application. Okay, that is gap. If it is already available in the AX application, that we got it. Okay, so that analysis they will do. Okay, that all the gaps and fits they will include into the functional design document. Sorry, functional requirement document, FRD. So the FRD document is the major document which has to be get signed off from the customer before starting the actual development or configurations. Functional requirement document. Gap fit to be it has to be get signed off from the customer. So this document contains all the gaps and fits also. Then once whatever the gaps they have, that gaps will be created as a FDD or BRD, business requirement document, or FDD, functional design document. This document they will create, and from this place that document will be given to the technical consultant or developer. From here, a technical consultant role will start. So that FDD or BRD will be shared with the technical consultant. He will read the document and he will understand, and then he will get clarify that requirement, and he will start the analyzing the document, and he will design that specific requirement. He will develop that requirement, do the unit testing and basic functional testing, and we will deploy that requirement changes. After finishing that development, there is a document called technical design document. Whatever the development we do, that all the developments will be included in the document form. That is called technical design document. This is the complete process. Different roles and parallelly which has been which is covering given complete implementation cycle. Where do we start actual implementation? Where do we end with that, and what do we do all this? Any other doubts till now?
So what is that called, BPA?
That is the business process analysis.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, yes.
Generally, this I think so. You know about all these things. Sometimes freshers and you guys they don't know, so I used to explain all this.
Okay.
So another part is in terms of technical aspect. So for general implementation, we'll have different types of environments. Type means like different environments. We'll have the development environment. We'll have the test environment, the testing by the functional consultants, and QA environment, user acceptance test, that is quality assurance test. It's not mandatory that we should have only this. We may have more also. I mean, in general, I'm giving you like what kind of environments we'll have. Development will have before test also they'll have like one more environment to test it. We'll have one build environment to do all the build activities. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea like these are all the generally we'll have all these kinds of environments. Okay, for the implementation. Development environment that all the developers will do their development activities. Test environment where we'll do the testing part by the functional consultants. Okay. Then third one is QA environment, that is user testing. User testing will be done in the QA environment. Then gold environment. Gold also like production box where they will do the testing or other activities. Or pre-prod. Pre-prod is like copy of the production. That is user testing or final testing. And production or live environment. Anything
Just one question, Shiva. See, if we want, once Microsoft gives a license, we can have any number of, environments, or is it specified? We can only have a few, like 3, 4, something like that.
No, Microsoft will provide the default licensing environments. There are 3 environments. One is production and 2 sandbox environments. If the customer wants, they can increase the environments in the Microsoft environment. So there, I will tell you when we are discussing about LCS, because in LCS only we'll get all these environments. So generally, the Microsoft environments will get 3. If the customer wants, they can go for more environments.
Okay, so generally Microsoft will give only 3.
Yeah. One production.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts?
It's okay. I don't have any doubts here.
Okay. The next one is LCS. About LCS. Okay. LCS is nothing but lifecycle services. And generally for a new implementation, generally not only for new implementation, generally now we want to go for any implementation or any activities, implementation activities, LCS is mandatory. So it's must and should. Okay. Without LCS, we cannot do any implementations or anything. Okay. So once customer got the access and licensing, so we have to log into the LCS, where we can see the multiple environments and different environments. If you want to do build activities, and if you want to do any other activities related to the deployments or process of the implementation, everything will be included in the LCS. Okay. LCS dot dynamics. So this account I don't have access. First, let us talk about LCS components, then we'll see that LCS the application. Okay. So generally in LCS, we'll go to the lcs.dynamics.com, where we can. Generally, I'm going to talk about 2 kinds of implementations. Okay. What is the major part will be there in the cloud implementation and on-premise implementation. Okay. Cloud implementation is nothing but it's a default implementation. Most of the implementations we are doing now. Okay. The lifecycle services. We have to log into this dynamics.lcs.com. Once we log in there, generally we have to create a project. We means we will not do, like project manager or they will do. Okay. So they will create a project. Into that project, they will give the they will add the the people who are going to work into that project. Say for example, there are 2 developers or two functional consultants are going to work. Okay, that project manager will add those people into that project. We'll see that how the projects look like and where we will see all those things in the LCS. Later we will see. So once we create the project, we will get the 3 environments there inside the project. We can see 3 environments, Microsoft hosted environments. Okay, one is production and 2 sandbox environments. For production, we will not have access. For production environment, no one will have access to production environment. Whatever we want related to the production environment, we have to raise a request to the Microsoft to get it done. Because we want to do any code changes, build activities, that's the production. So we have to upload our code changes into LCS, and we have to raise a request to Microsoft to do that code changes, build activity in the production. So that means for production, we cannot do anything, we will not have access to the production, even end user or anybody. Okay. The other one is 2 sandbox environments. 2 sandbox environments that can be used for UAT. Either one of the environment can be used for development, up to the based on the client understanding or how the implementation will be. Based on that, we will take the decision. Maybe 2 sandbox environments we can use for one is for pre-prod or one is for testing. For development box, they can go for more environments again if they want. The Microsoft hosted itself. Or else we have cloud hosted also. But default, you get the 3 environments in Microsoft hosted. When you go to cloud hosted is nothing but that is also online only. But cloud hosted is a different place in the LCS where we can spin up the environments. The difference here is for cloud hosted or Microsoft hosted. The Microsoft hosted will be completely handled by the Microsoft. Cloud hosted is nothing but we will handle this, and whenever we want, we can stop the environments. And one more thing is, this is fixed billing Microsoft. This is hourly billing. We have to take the Azure access. The customer has to take the Azure access portal license. Then by using that Azure access, we can create the environment in the cloud hosted. So that means that environment will be hosted in the Azure portal. That will have the control. Whenever we want, we will work on it, and whenever we don't want, we will stop that mission. Okay, that is in the cloud hosted. Most of the time is the cloud hosted. Mostly for the development activities, we create the development environment in the cloud hosted and we use it. Still no any doubts?
The cloud hosted, is it like people are using the cloud hosted nowadays? I mean, the percentage are using, huh?
Yeah, mostly most of the implementation what I have seen, they'll have like 3 or 4 okay. Remaining for development or any other test and other related stuff, will build environments. They will go for the cloud hosted. If they're not using, they'll stop it. Because
Okay.
the development will not be there same way. Maybe for 3 months or 4 months or 6 months. After 6 months, they can stop and they can close that cloud hosted process.
Okay.
When it's a fixed billing, maybe like 3 months once or 6 months once they have to pay. If they take it like for 1 month development, they cannot keep for 3 months, right? So mostly wherever I have seen, they're going for the cloud hosted for the development.
Okay. Say for example, in a company, there are 3 developers. Example.
Okay.
Okay, and they have only 3 environments, like for Microsoft hosted. Okay, so how that scenario will be handled, Shiva? They see, for example, they have production access, and one is UAT, and one environment is development environment. But there are 3 developers, so the same 3 developers can use one sandbox environment, development environment, in order to generate a code, or they will use separate VM, and then they will do the development and they will merge it together in one area.
Generally, in D365, when for each developer, they should have the one environment that is required. Okay, whether they will provide in Microsoft hosted or cloud hosted, that is based on their comfortability, based on their policy. Okay, but generally, for every developer, they should need one environment.
Okay, but yeah, that's correct. But I was seeing some of the users, they are downloading VM and then they are doing all the codings and all, and then finally they are merging.
No, that's what. Still, I have not completed that. We are talking about cloud implementation.
Okay, fine. Okay.
On-premises means like only the development activities they will do in the local VM, which is hosted in the local machines, and they will be configuring with that machines with the DevOps. That is DevOps is nothing but team services. Whatever they are doing the development, they will do check-in. That will go to the automatically to the Azure DevOps, because that project Azure DevOps project will be mapped with the development boxes. Will be all the changes will be uploaded to the Azure DevOps. That can be automatically reused, or that can be used into the test boxes, or they can do the deployments. So see, on-premises is nothing but mostly only for the developments. They will do the on-premises VMs. But even though they are doing it, it has to be connected with the online project. That is Visual Studio Team Service. This one. You see this cloud hosted. So I mentioned like 4 points. Can create the environments for the development or UAT using MS Azure portal. First point. That is Azure login they required. So they have to take the Azure license and they have to use that Azure license to then when they are building the environments in cloud. Okay. Then Visual Studio. To do the development, we need the Visual Studio Active license. And Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is nothing but it's a Visual Studio Team Services Foundation. Visual Studio Team Services Foundation, where we can manage our code version control system. If you are doing some code, you are creating some one form, another developer is creating another table. So all code we have to merge, right? We cannot do manually. So we will create one Visual Studio Team Services project. We will configure for every developer environment. Whatever every developer is doing, that will be checked in. We will check in. That code changes will go to the Teams project in online. So other developer will do the get latest. He will also get the same changes in his box. Okay, that's how we do by using this VSCS. So when the online, on-premises, whether it is online or on-premises, whatever it is, every developer will do the same process. So all the changes will be keeping and maintaining in the central location called in Team Services in the online. Tomorrow there is a new developer came, and he will give a new VM to him, and we will configure with the same project, online VSTS project, so that he'll do get latest and he'll get all the changes done by all the developer, which is stored into the online file. Is it clear, or do you have any confusion here?
So that the development part, no, the development part is having the doubts actually. Here you put actually cloud hosted. Actually, we have the TFS everything, no, that this thing. But Microsoft hosted also, we will get the sandbox environment. We will connect to the TFS, right?
Yeah, of course, that is mandatory. TFS is mandatory. Whether you do in a cloud hosted or in a Microsoft hosted or on-premises.
Okay. Then actually cloud hosted, actually that deployment, no, deployment actually production deployment, who will take care actually that one actually cloud hosted environment? The production here one production environment, no access you put, right? Actually Microsoft hosted, we cannot able to access. But cloud hosted actually that environment production.
Sorry. Microsoft hosted only for production environment we will not have access. See properly here. I have only mentioned production. Okay, for other environments you can do. We have like a pre-prod or pre-prod environment we have, or else we have UAT environment. For all those environments, we can do deployments. For only for production, no one will have access. If you want to do anything, we have to raise a request to Microsoft through LCS.
Okay. That's clear. Then cloud hosted, no, cloud hosted you said, right? Actually, that is having that production environment, right? How it will be the production environment for cloud hosted?
Right. I have mentioned here that is in Microsoft.
Here actually, this cloud hosted actually, this I am asking.
No, in cloud hosted, I didn't say that we will have production box here. Production box will be there always in Microsoft.
Oh, okay. Whatever it is, actually, production box will be there in the Microsoft this one only.
Sorry, what I am telling you, see, I have mentioned here clearly, Microsoft hosted will provide 3 environments. One production, 2 sandboxes.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, production will be always in Microsoft hosted. Cloud hosted is optional. If you want, you can take it, or if you don't want, you just leave it. This is mandatory to come with the license.
Okay.
If you want to take more environments also, you can take it. Customer can take it here only. No need to go for cloud hosted. Based on their decision, their based on their capability or feasibility.
Oh, okay. Finally, that is the standard. Okay.
Yeah, this is I told you no.
Default. This is optional actually. This is cloud hosted is optional actually. If it's required anything additional, we will go with the cloud hosted.
You can go additional in Microsoft hosted also.
Okay, based on this one.
Yeah.
additional cost.
I told you when my customer got the license, they'll get the 3 environments. I told you already.
Yeah, that is I understand actually.
Clear, no, this part?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So to do that, on-premises implementation, we have to download the VM from the LCS. Okay, we have to configure in the local machines. There are again different environments will be there. Single tier environment and 2-tier environment. 1 tier and 2 tier. Okay, 1 tier is nothing but whatever we have inside the dev box. All the database and AOS, everything will be into the same box. That we call it as a 1 tier. Okay, 2-tier environment is nothing but database will be in one server and AOS will be in one server. Client will be accessing from different places also, in both places, both environments. This is called 2-tier and 1 tier.
No, Shiva, can you please repeat tier environments? I didn't get you. Can you repeat, please?
We have currently in I'm into my VM, right?
Correct.
Currently, I'm into my virtual machine VM, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So here I have my AOS here in the same box. Okay, my database also in the same box.
Yes.
This is called
3
we call
tiers.
it as 1-tier environment. Yeah, all three. See, architecture is different. I am talking about environment.
Tier. Okay.
Environment is like the virtual environment, virtual box. This is my VM. This VM is calling it as a 1-tier box because your database is there in the same box and AOS is also in the same box.
Got it. Yeah.
And 2-tier environment is nothing but your database will be in different box and AOS will be into different box.
Okay, got it. Yes.
That we'll see later more about it. So this is all about the database information. I'll show you in LCS. Now I'm stopping this.